Picking the right squat workouts for yourself. There's no one size fits all for which squat will work for you. There's the high bar squat, the low bar squat, the front squat, and even with the front squats there's crossing your arms over, there's the clean grip of an Olympic clean and jerk, and there's the zercher deadlift or the zercher squat. I would say pick the squat or squat variations that work for you, the ones that you enjoy the most, the ones you get a challenge out of it, and the ones that carry over to your sports. Now for this video, I'm going to be talking about why I would choose the zercher squat for most of my squat sessions, or why I like zercher lifts. In all zercher lifts, the barbell rests on the crooks of your elbows, so you have to have strong biceps to hold on to the bar. The bar is also resting against your belly, so at least that takes most of the load off. With the zercher lifts, it's actually a lot easier on the lower back. There's a lesser chance for butt winking, which is commonly found in most high bar squats, or even low bar as well. With the zercher squats, you don't have to worry about mobility as much compared to front squats. With front squats, especially when you use the clean grip, you need to have really good wrist flexibility, great tricep flexibility, shoulder mobility, thoracic extension. Also with the front squat, you have to build up a tolerance to almost feeling that choking sensation, which is generally caused by forward head posture and poor thoracic and shoulder mobility. With zercher squats, I find it's actually one of the best carryovers to deadlifts. Since my goal is to bring my deadlift up, I find doing zercher squats one of the most important lifts to do. The muscles activated are almost similar. You do work out your upper back when you do zercher lifts. Since the position is close to a sumo or semi-sumo squat or a deadlift, the way the bar goes up is very similar to a natural deadlift. The bar is right in front of you and it's under your shoulders, so the carryover is actually greatest compared to all the other types of squats. I also find because you can really activate your core in this lift, so it is much easier on the lower back. I find when I do high bar squats that if I actually do something wrong, the lower back kicks in. Especially when I do 20 rep squats on the high bar, I find that when my leg muscles get really fatigued, the lower back jumps in. Now I haven't really seen anyone do zercher variations at any gym I've ever been to. I know I get a lot of ridiculous looks every time I do them because no one else does them. And it looks painful to do them because the barbell is resting on the crooks of your elbows or on your forearms. But I find that having forearm muscles, the forearms can build up a tolerance to the pain of the barbell very easily. Versus a person who does high bar back squats. I know a lot of people, they will use padding because it doesn't feel comfortable at all to rest it on top of your traps. I think many people who have poor thoracic mobility or poor shoulder mobility, they can benefit from doing zercher squats. I know there is people who are unable to do front squats or even back squats because of past shoulder injuries. So they haven't worked up their mobility again or worked up to getting their ability back to do any of those type of exercises. But depending on the person, I would say some of these people can even benefit from doing heavy squats or heavy zercher squats, as long as they can put up with having a barbell sitting on the crooks of their elbows. And now this is just my opinion, but I think if you do zercher squats or any zercher variations with poor thoracic or poor shoulder mobility and even put your shoulders in a rounded position, I think you're a lot less likely to get injured from any zercher variations than doing back squats or front squats. Even high bar, low bar back squats, or any variation of front squats. Because if you do high bar back squats with rounded shoulders, the bar is going to rest more on your cervical spine because the traps are not contracted. So the barbell is not resting on top of the traps as much. And with low bar squats, poor shoulder mobility, you can't even grab the bar properly, otherwise your wrists are going to be strained, your shoulders are going to hurt from doing them. With front squats, with poor mobility in your shoulders and thoracic, you can put a lot of strain on your wrists when you get to the bottom. I've done that many times myself. And if your mobility is really poor, there's a high chance you can drop the bar. I'm not saying pick the zerchers only. I'm suggesting pick the exercise that works for you. I'm just telling you the benefits of doing zercher lifts or zercher squats. There are a lot of benefits of doing those other variations of squats as well, and I would still do them once in a while. Like, there are downsides of doing zercher squats other than the discomfort of the barbell resting on the crooks of your elbows. For one, I can't do ass to grass. The barbell is going to hit my legs. Another downside is it's not comfortable for me to do zercher squats in a narrow stance. And I don't know if it's even possible for most people to do it in a narrow stance. It has to be done in the sumo stance for myself. Now, with zercher lifts, I don't know the chances of tearing your biceps because you're holding so much weight with bent arms, but also because it's really close to the elbow joint, so you can actually hold a lot more weight. But I've tested my limits up to 515 pounds doing a zercher rack pull on my last attempt, and I didn't tear anything at all. So doing 20 rep squats on a zercher lift, depending on the person, I don't know if the person can withstand holding it for 20 reps, even that rest in between reps. So they have to be done faster for 20 reps. I know with my last attempt doing 20 rep squats, I held the barbell for at least 6.5 minutes. I don't think I can hold the barbell for 6.5 minutes doing zercher style.